Pinecrest, Florida, one of the most beautiful and affluent villages in South Florida. I'm Angie Blanco, a realtor here in Miami, Florida with One Path Realty, and you heard me right. Today we're talking about a beautiful village in South Florida, the Village of Pinecrest. Pinecrest borders are from 88th Street to 136th Street, north and south, and from 57th Avenue to US 1, east and west. Over the years, Pinecrest has consistently ranked in at least the top 5 of the wealthiest cities in Florida, and is currently sitting at the #1 spot. Other cities that have also made the list have been Palm Beach, Palmetto Bay, and Parkland. Something about cities that start with the letter P, I guess. The median household income of Pinecrest is just over $150,000, and you might be thinking, well, that really isn't that much. But wait, the median household income is just over $150,000, but the average household income is actually just over $230,000, a whopping $80,000 higher. And apart from currently being ranked #1 for wealthiest city in Florida, it also tops the charts for schools, parks, policing, and quality of life. Pinecrest was incorporated back in 1996 and since then has dramatically improved as a city. Starting with the very important and outdated infrastructure. Many of those old overhead hanging electrical lines have been relocated to the underground. This is an extensive and ongoing project that's currently taking place here with FP&L, but highly desirable because, among other things, it means that Pinecrest will not lose power when another inevitable and infamous hurricane hits South Florida. I think most of us are far too familiar with having spent at least a few days, if not weeks, with no electricity in the middle of summer because of a hurricane. Not fun. But in Pinecrest, that'll be a thing of the past. Pinecrest has also just completed another huge project of improving the city's water system so that all of its residents can have access to clean drinking water. This project started back when the village was incorporated in 1996, or 26 years ago. It's incredible how long these things take. And they're also currently in the works of converting their septic systems to sewer systems, which is also huge. Another favorite and top-ranking characteristic of Pinecrest are the parks. To name a few, we have Veterans Wayside Park, Evelyn Greer Park, and Sunnyland Park. They're all consistently maintained by the city's staff and personnel for our children and adults to enjoy. These parks are lustrous with beautifully manicured grounds, huge century-old trees, and are big enough for either some relaxation under the shade or for some football practice and sprints. And if that wasn't exciting enough, the Village of Pinecrest is also working on another development of a hidden pines park, is what they're calling it, where they're repurposing some unused roads or paths into biking or walking paths. And these paths will be located on both sides of the village, east and west, and will also double as a neighborhood Pineland Preserve. Isn't that cool? And Pinecrest is doing this to have a more direct connection between the north and the south sides of the village, and also to bring back some of that adored nostalgic feeling of back in the day when it felt absolutely safe to be out on walks and to have kids play outside and ride their bikes until the sunset and still be safe and sound. Now you see why we love Pinecrest so much? Another top-ranking feature of the village is the schools. Whether you prefer public or private, Pinecrest is said to have the best schools in Miami-Dade County. To name a few public schools, we have Palmetto Elementary, Middle and High, Pinecrest Elementary, and Howard Drive Elementary, all of which are A and B schools. And a couple of private schools are Gulliver, which is a pre-K through 12th, and St. Louis Covenant, a pre-K through 8th. Moving on to my personal favorite characteristic of Pinecrest, the real estate. Pinecrest real estate is stunning. When homes first started being built here back in the early 1950s and 60s, they were smallish houses built on 1-acre lots, and this spaced out development style has kept the city lush and looking beautifully residential. However, more recently, there's been a bit of a change in the construction and in the aesthetics of properties in Pinecrest. Developers have taken a lot of these older and smaller homes on such big lots and given that land a much better use by building larger and more modern homes on them. The most recent style of construction we've been seeing is this stunning tropical contemporary look where clean and modern lines meet natural elements like stone or wood. And I must say, it is quite beautiful. And even though this is the kind of new construction we're seeing more commonly now in Pinecrest, There are still countless of gorgeous custom constructions in the village of all different styles. Mediterranean or Spanish, colonial, mid-century modern, ranch style, it's all here, and it's just one more aspect to love about Pinecrest. Let's talk prices. Currently, we can find older and ready-to-renovate single-family homes for about $800,000 all the way to brand new state-of-the-art compounds for over $10 million. There are also some condos in Pinecrest which range from the mid-200s all the way to about $2 million. It's truly a beautiful town with great residents and fun activities like the Sunday morning farmers market at Pinecrest Gardens, the spot that actually used to be Parrot Jungle. There's also no shortage of shopping here or enjoying a quick bite out in the neighborhood. There's Sunnyland Plaza, Dadeland Mall, and the Falls, all in close proximity. If you'd like to reach me, all my information is down in the description. It would be a pleasure to hear from you. And if you enjoyed this video, I know you'll like this one here too. It's another neighborhood video where I talk about Kendall, an area just west of Pinecrest. Happy watching, and I'll see you on the next one.